Bada bing, bada bing, bada bing. Welcome. Oh.
What? Okay.
Oh, God. Okay, welcome back to the show, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. Today, we are going to have our weekly roundup.
Okay.
And my, oh my, what a week it's been. Let's stir it up.
Okay.
Susan, take it away.
Okay, so I just came back from 10 days in Spain.
Woo!
And I want to tell you, I was in the Basque region, which is in the northeast corner of Spain. I've been to Madrid and Barcelona, other parts of southern Spain before, but never to the Basque region. And I fell in love with it. So if you're looking for an exotic destination to go, I highly recommend it. I spent 4 days in Bilbao and 6 days in San Sebastian, which are kind of right next to each other, just an hour apart. So here are my observations. The men are delicious.
Okay, that number one.
Really cute, really strong, beautiful eyes. I mean, just really lovely. But here's the thing that's most impressive is they all cook. All these men are cooks.
Oh.
In fact, there's these gastronomical societies that men belong to, and many of them will not include women, which, okay, is a little archaic, but the whole idea is for them to get together and just cook amongst themselves.
Nice.
So it's like a hunting club or a fishing club or whatever kind of club, and it's just for men, and they cook, which is fantastic.
Fantastic.
I love it. The cooking or the food scene in both of these places, in all of the Basque region for that matter, is phenomenal. Like really phenomenal. Everything was great. Even like at the local cafes, the food is really beautifully prepared.
Just fresh, and the preparation. And
it's the preparation. And there's more Michelin-starred restaurants in the greater San Sebastian area than in any place else in the world.
Woo!
I'm like, really?
Sign
More
me
than
up.
Tokyo, more than Paris? Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm telling you.
Unbelievable.
So it's the northeast corner of Spain. The weather was a little sort of like New York this time of year. Little on the chilly side by our standards, 60 degrees. A little bit of rain every day, not much, not torrential downpours, but a little bit of rain, but extremely green and mountainous. So beautiful on top of everything else. I know, it was really great. I went to cooking school, so at some point I'll have to cook some Basque food for you.
I was going to say, so on our next show, is it going to be in your kitchen?
It could be.
We totally could.
Yeah, we could. Yeah. In fact, I'm doing a Basque dinner on Sunday for some friends with some of the recipes that that I learned there. Yeah.
So what kind of dishes? I mean, is it pork? Is it fish?
Well,
what is it?
So first of all, ham plays a big role in all of Spain, but particularly in the Basque region. You didn't want to be a vegetarian and go to this, to this part of the world.
Right.
It's very heavily meat laden. We learned about Iberian pigs, for example. You know that those are the best pork pigs in the whole world
Because of their fat?
Because of their fat content, and also because of how they feed and how they graze. So we learned about the different kinds of hams and that kind of thing. But this is a long-winded answer to your story. So fish plays a big role because these are coastal communities. So fish is a dominant part of all meals. Spices, of course, they're big on paprika and peppers. So it's great. And what they're particularly known for is their cheesecake. So there's such a cheesecake called the Basque cheesecake. And I'll make one for you one day.
I literally have some patients who are in the San Sebastian region.
Out.
And they sent me a picture of the Basque cheesecake.
Oh my God.
And if I can find it, I will show it to you. I'll do that at the end of this.
Right. Were they
Sorry, everyone.
there the same time I was there?
They're still there.
Okay, but were they there last week?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, how come I didn't know that? We could have connected.
And you know.
But anyway, that's
FYI, the only pig I know is Porky Pig. And our little local grocery store back home was called the Piggly Wiggly.
Oh, okay.
It's still there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So anyway, it's a fantastic trip, and I'd recommend it for anybody, but particularly if you're a foodie. Yeah.
Well, what was a day like you get up?
Well, it just sort of depended. Like every day was different. Sometimes we did culinary excursions into the countryside. We went to visit wineries, the Rioja district. There's a great Spanish wine called chocolate, and so we learned how chocolate was made. And so we did a lot of that. We did these cooking classes. So we actually went to a school and learned to cook. We did that for a couple of days. Anyway, it was that kind of a thing. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Are they known for red wine, white wine?
Well, the Rioja district is known for its red wine, although it's getting more into rosé now. But there's also equally delicious white wines coming out of that region as well, the Basque region. Yeah.
Wine is an event unto its own.
Yeah.
It's so complicated. It's like mahjong. Wine is complicated.
Yeah.
Mahjong is complicated.
Yeah. You know, we should talk about mahjong one day because, like, is everybody in the world playing mahjong all of a sudden?
Right now. All of my 30-year-old friends.
Never heard of it before.
Mahjong.
Now everybody's playing it. Yeah.
I want to learn it.
Yeah.
We need to get a trainer.
Okay, well,
if
maybe
anyone out there knows a mahjong trainer.
I do. I'll have her on the podcast.
Do you really?
Yeah. I'll have her on the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's learn.
Yeah.
Okay, good. For me, I was in the dental office all week.
Okay.
But I received on my cell phone a scam call. Now, normally, I don't answer the phone, but because of my career, I have patients that have emergencies. The phone rings. I don't know everyone's number.
Yeah.
So I saw a local number. I answered it. It was the most, I would like to say that I'm a responsible, educated, quick, on the uptake individual. This person was disguised as someone who worked at the sheriff's department and said that I had missed a court date and knew a lot about me, knew a lot about where I have worked in the past, had a former employee's name, and said it was a court appearance regarding a former employee, said that I had someone in my past office space had signed this notice of the court date, that I would be there, and that I was going to have to come into the sheriff's office for a signature analysis. I mean, it was so believable. But, you know, that line that we always talk about in shows where with our finances, you just don't cross that line. You just don't give away your credit card or your money unless you really know what's going on. At the end of the call, and it was so serious, Susan, I told a patient that had an appointment that I was going to be 20 or 30 minutes and did they want to reschedule? And so they rescheduled. It was that believable.
Oh my God.
And then at the end, you know, they put me on hold. They had me repeat.
And you're talking to a live person as far as you know.
Live person. Yep.
Okay.
And badge number, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
But sheriff's office, yada, yada, yada. But then it came time for, well, we can clear this up after like 30 minutes on the phone. We can clear this up with one of two ways. You can either come down to the station or we could take a credit card over the phone and we'll charge yada, yada, yada to it. And I said, you know, right at that moment, I said, you know, let me hang up with you. I'm going to call the sheriff's office and I'm sure they'll connect me with you. Your badge number is da, 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 da. And the guy went, click.
No. Oh my gosh.
So I called the sheriff's office and I said, holy smokes, this is what happened. And he said, it happens all the time, every day. And he said, they will use that phone number, maybe the rest of today. Maybe they'll just not even use it anymore. And they'll get another one and another one. And he said, the sad thing is people give their credit card at the end.
Yeah.
And then the criminals say, that one didn't go through. Do you have another one? Oh. So they've got one of your cards. Now they're going to get another one.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And people fall for this every day.
Yeah. So what's the red flag to look out for? As soon as they ask for your credit card, I guess. Then
he said to me, and you know what? This is true. If you do not know who's calling you, don't answer your phone. If it's someone, they will leave a message. Okay. He said, the sheriff said, the sheriff's representative or whomever answers the phone, he said, don't answer. So this is a PSA to all of our listeners. If you don't know who's calling your cell, don't answer it. Let everyone leave a message. Seriously.
Well, that's good advice.
What the heck?
Yeah. So you were on the phone with him for how long would you estimate? Like 10
35 to 40 minutes.
Okay. So that seems like something should have kicked in before 35 minutes, right? Because that's a long time to spend on the phone. I can't even talk to my relatives for 35 minutes at a time.
Well,
that's
but
funny.
he would pull the can you hold 1 minute? Let me see if I can get Sergeant so and so with the report that has your file. Please hold.
Yeah.
I'd be on hold for 3 or 4 minutes. And then he'd come back on and he would say, Sergeant so-and-so is just finishing up with blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I'll be back with you in 1 or 2 more minutes. I mean, there was a little bit of a hold, that hold thing.
So it didn't sound like it was from offshore, like there were no accents or anything like that, or mispronounced words or anything like that. Oh my.
Which brings me to another thing that I want to get your opinion on. This AI, which I am down with the AI, right?
Yeah, me too.
Disguising the voices, being your relatives. The elderly people, I think, are really going to get caught with this.
Yeah. Hi, Grandma. It's Billy.
And I need $5,000 if you could just wire it,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully there's some PSAs to the elderly population about not falling for that kind of a scam.
But I think if you follow what the sheriff said and you let Billy leave a message.
Yeah.
And then you call Billy.
Yeah.
And you say, Billy, did you call me for $5,000 just now?
Yeah,
and he says, no. I mean, really not answering your phone is the name of the game.
It's the name of the game.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
I know.
Unbelievable.
I know. Yeah. What else did you do?
Well, I'll tell you. Yeah.
Go ahead.
What? Okay, so I got scammed too, but in a different way. So we do business in one of our little businesses with Truist Bank, and we have a system where if a check is written over X amount of dollars, then they notify us by text message. This check for X amount of dollars is going through. Did you write it or whatever they say? So sure enough, one day a couple of weeks ago, we get a text message. Did you write this check for $4,000 something dollars? And Stacy, my accountant, and I are like, no, we didn't. So we call them right away and say, no, we didn't. So they stop and put a hold on the check. So then we ask for the check to be seen, and it looks exactly like our company checks. So somebody has replicated the logo, the font we use, the how high the letters are, the everything. Exactly, it looks like it's a check right out of one of our company checkbooks, but it's not. They've replicated it, and they have tried to pass it on as a legitimate check. So the moral of that story is if you do have either personally or for business some sort of a technique that gives you a warning, hey, a check over the threshold that you think is unusual has come through. What do you want us to do about it? It's worth everything. So we were able to stop it. We of course have no idea who the person is. It was all done by mobile phone, so nobody went to a teller, so you don't have the picture of the person.
Wow.
Yeah.
I do not have that on my bank account.
Yeah.
But I am going to ask the bank about that.
Yeah, ask the bank. Yeah.
Because that is so flippin' valuable.
And like you, we go to the banker, and she said, you have no idea how many times a day this happens.
Yeah.
All the time.
I mentioned the scam to a couple of patients, especially the one that I rescheduled.
Yeah.
And they were so understanding, number one. But number two, they said, oh, yeah, let me tell you about the scam that happened to me. Or let me tell you what happened on this bank account or this credit card or my Amex. Or it's so prevalent. And I felt stupid.
Yeah.
I felt like an idiot
Yeah.
for falling for this
Yeah.
without the money attachment, but just believing what was happening.
Yeah.
So I think there's a little bit of shame around it.
Well, there is, but you shouldn't be shamed because it sounded legitimate, and you're a smart person and you would know legitimacy versus non. But if they have data on you that you're like, wow, how do you know that? Or they somehow were able to delve down into your past life or whatever, it makes sense that you would think, okay, well, this might make sense. Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
The other thing that I did this week, because you were gallivanting all over Spain, the northeast portion of Spain, I went over to Miami. Have you been to Miami recently?
Yeah, probably about a year ago. About a year ago.
It's been maybe a year since I've been, and it's just, for me, coming from the west coast of Florida, going to Miami, it's a shock to my system. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's nice to jump in and jump out. But wow,
Yeah. It's fast paced.
Fast, and no one wears clothes.
Yeah, no, and you got to be like beautiful. Your lips are going to be done. No,
supermodel.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Woo!
I know it's a real feast for the eyes,
and the
good
traffic.
food scene too. Yeah,
Fabulous food scene.
Yeah.
The traffic is crazy.
Crazy. Where'd you stay?
I stayed actually in Fort Lauderdale. I didn't stay in Miami.
Okay,
but we visited Miami, and it was just. I don't know. It was just such a bum, like go, 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 go.
There's
and the
lot.
Music. I don't even know the music. It's
it's
more
all
of
loud. Everybody's got to go.
It's a DJ thing.
Cars, hotels, rooftop bars.
Yeah. Like there's a bar on anything that doesn't move.
Yeah, no, it's true. It really is fun, I have to say. Yeah.
It is, but we jumped in and jumped out of that, which was interesting,
What did you go for? Like what?
We went for, actually, we were going for the Formula One, which took place in Miami.
Yeah.
But this particular thing that I'm talking about was I don't know what you call it, a fancy dinner club thing that was being put on by some people affiliated with the Formula One.
Oh, nice.
And so, it was an experience.
How did you get invited to that?
That's what I was saying. What am I doing here?
No, but I mean, that's pretty cool.
I was like, Grandma.
I know, that's pretty cool that you got invited, but you have no idea why you got invited?
No, Tom, my better half, Tom.
He knows friends in Formula One.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. So did that,
cool.
And also had the luxury experience of watching my neighbor's cat. I love this cat.
Yeah.
Tom loves this cat. This cat's name is Billy. And Billy is just the best cat of all time. I'm not really a cat person.
See, I'm not a cat person. I'm a dog person.
I am not a cat person, but let me tell you, I'm not allergic to Billy. I'm allergic to every other cat.
Oh, interesting.
Billy is a dog. Billy is not afraid of anything. Billy comes when you call. Billy doesn't complain.
Oh,
Billy doesn't cry. Billy doesn't make a mess. Billy doesn't knock things down. I mean, Billy is a dream.
Okay.
And he's a Siberian.
Okay. You think that makes a difference?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I'm going to get you a Siberian.
No, don't get me any cats. No. But don't give me anything. I can't do
Not
animals.
even a goldfish.
I can't do animals right now. But I much prefer. I'm a dog lover
person
versus a cat lover. Yeah.
I was too until
Billy.
Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So we watched Billy for a few days. Sadly, we had to get Billy back this morning. So my heart is still healing from that.
Right.
But all is good.
So do you know this thing that's going on in the news about the wrong guy? Does this story at all sound familiar to you?
No.
So it's actually the 20th anniversary, I think, this week of this BBC segment called The Wrong Guy, which is hilarious. And you've got to look it up and play it once I tell you the story. So there's this guy whose name is Guy. And let's say his name is Guy Smith. And he is applying for an IT job at the BBC headquarters in London. So he goes into the job interview and he's dressed in his suit as you would if you're going in for, a job interview, and he introduces himself to the receptionist, and she said, okay, we'll take a seat over there. And so he takes a seat, and a couple minutes later, in comes this guy running, goes up to the receptionist's desk and says, is that Guy? And she's, oh yeah, that's Guy. So he goes, okay. And he goes, hey Guy, I'm the producer. I'm so-and-so. I'm going to take you in now for the interview. So they come into a studio that I guess looks like this with microphones and headsets. Yeah. And so Guy sits down, and then all of a sudden in comes the questioner who's a BBC broadcaster, and he recognizes her as the famous broadcaster. And he's like, I'm not sure. So she starts, all right, great to see you. Okay, folks, we're here now with Guy Jones. And Guy Jones is an IT expert, and this guy's name is Guy Smith. And he's like, what? Guy Jones? These are the right names. But so you'll have to watch. So she then says, well, okay, Guy, tell us how you feel about the blah, 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 blah that just happened last week with the legislation for IT. And he's like, well, I feel like, he answers her question. And then she asks a follow-up question, and he answers that question too. Instead of saying, you got the wrong guy.
I'm here for a job interview.
Exactly. He just plays along and answers her questions. You've got to watch this. So then at the end of the second question, she's like, yeah, don't seem like the industry expert we were expecting today. So she doesn't say that, of course, but she wraps it up. Hey, let's thank Guy for coming today. Thanks, Guy. And a clip. And then she's like, he goes, I'm here for a job interview. You got the wrong guy. And it was this big, it was this big thing that was all of this 20 years. So this is a 20-year anniversary, and the broadcaster and he like get together, I guess, every year for this. Or anyway, it's hysterical.
Okay, I will.
You got to look it
The
up.
Wrong Guy.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
British comedies. So Diane Sue brought me up on British comedies.
Okay.
We watched it all the time, and I'm obsessed. I love the British shows.
I know, but this is like not comedy. This is like real life. And
This is real life.
It's real life. And pay attention to the story. He's going in for a job interview.
I thought this was like a fiction thing.
No, it's a real thing.
Oh.
But what makes it so interesting is that, that he was like, we've been on this situation before. We're like, well, and like you feel like you have to answer the question. You got to watch this thing. It's hilarious. No, it's a real thing. And by the way, he never got the job. He did finally interview for the IT job.
Oh, and he didn't get it?
No, he didn't get it. But I don't think it mattered because I think he had notoriety from this Wrong Guy segment that actually aired. I don't know. I think he did okay.
Could you imagine?
Can you imagine?
Like,
yeah, I know. And you know how everything happens so fast. It's not like you can say, well,
right.
Wait a minute. You got the wrong guy. So he attempts to answer the interviewer's questions.
So, one time I interviewed a gal for a position in the dental office. This was 400 years ago. And I'm asking all the basic questions, like, are you familiar with this material and that material and this?
Yeah.
And just a blank stare. Like, and the most basic of basic things this person didn't know. And I'm thinking to myself, are you here for the gardening position? Like, what? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if she knew. And, I just sort of finessed it to where, okay, well, I'll be in touch if I think this is going to work out.
Okay,
and
so
have a good
she may have been in the wrong place.
I think she was in the wrong place.
Oh, that's hilarious.
She wasn't in
So
the
it's
right
same
place.
thing, yeah.
She didn't know. She didn't know what was happening, where she was, and what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so that's sort of the same
I
kind
think
of-
that was a good weekly roundup, don't you?
Yeah.
God, hold on for the next week, right? The right guy. The right guy.
Now you're talking. Let's have a segment called The Right Guy.
The right guy is coming along next week. And that's a wrap. We thank you for listening and hope you enjoyed this podcast. If you did, please share this show with friends and family and subscribe to our YouTube channel. This way, you'll never miss weekly drops. Stay strong, dream big, and floss your teeth.